as much as I really like, I have every streaming service, and I have a really nice I love being plugged in to all those apps and knowing what day like this show comes out, and I'm always like, ooh, what movies are coming out next month? We'll watch this one on Saturday night. But man, there was something special, and it just hit different when you had to go to the movie store and hope that it was still there, or you'd be calling and be like, hey, did anyone return it? Like, this is the thing that people can't even fathom anymore. They would a new release would come out, like something big, like maybe the new Mission Impossible or a new Jurassic Park or whatever, and they would get like 15 copies at a big movie store, maybe even 20, 30, but they'd all sell out because there's more than 30 people in your community that want to see the new hot movie, and so you'd be calling them every 30 minutes, like, hey, anybody return a copy of Jurassic Park 3 yet? No? All right, I'll check back in 30. Because you got to drive up there and actually get the thing.
Because they sit behind the counter for a while before they make their way back to the shelf. Right?
Yeah, they're not putting them back right away.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, just like when you finally got it and you got it home, I just remember like there was the culmination of putting that thing in the VCR and getting the tuning, the tracking just right so that it looked as close to We didn't even know what HD was then. But just like getting in the chair and getting ready for the movie with the popcorn and everything. It was much more of a ceremony or like
somehow that one movie, you can go rent that movie on a Friday night and it was like the whole night somehow. It was just an hour and a half. Now you can watch a movie now and you're like, I can watch 6 more.
Yeah.
Like back then though, like one Blockbuster rental or 2 was just like the whole weekend. I had it a lot with video games, like what you're describing. I really liked when I would go to rent a game and I'm just like, what's this? As if I wasn't tapped in online and knowing every game a year before it comes out that I'm halfway interested in. It's probably what I like so much about Steam is finding an indie game and being like, whoa, this fucking slaps. And it feels like browsing back in the day. Even browsing on Netflix, I feel like is just a mutated version of browsing at Blockbuster.
Why is Netflix the biggest streaming app in the world and they have no search feature?
Yeah, it's just to trick you so that you can't like get comfortable with how little they actually have there. It's an illusion, but they force you to browse it in a way that makes you go through things you don't want to see. Just pad it out. Because like if you were like 90s action movies like Heat, it's going to give you like 5 movies and you're going to be like, wow, it's lacking. I want to choose between 200 90s action movies.
But if it were smart, it would show me all the other Michael Mann movies
from unfunny comedians to scroll past.
Yeah.
and there's podcasts on there now. And it's like I didn't come to Netflix for a podcast. Like, what is
There's no search feature on Netflix? Because there is.
You could search. It's like you search when it's search. It's you could put in directly what you want.
Yeah, it's like titles.
And if they don't have it, they'll give you something similar that they think is similar, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not like a browse feature where you just go sort A to Z.
If you go to letterbox.com or you go to IMDb or Rotten Tomatoes, one of those aggregators, they have search features. Like I'm thinking of all the Michael Mann movies that are gritty, made in the 1990s. I'd like to see, or you can do genres and time periods and like vibes and really get this nice list of movies. Like, I don't care if it won an Oscar. I don't care if it's 5 stars. Show me everything. And Netflix has tons of stuff that you can't even get to. I don't know what the point is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I missed it. I missed Blockbuster.
I liked there's this one video I've seen before where it's like remember who you are, white boy. Have you guys ever seen that one?
I haven't seen that movie.
I rarely forget though.
I'll pull it up. You Taylor, you do yours. I'll find this thing because it gives a good reference point.
We never smoked in the house. I don't like that. I would smoke in the house at my cousin's house when we go over there because I always thought that was such a luxury. It's so white trash, but like we'd be up late at night playing video games, like pounding through Halo 1's campaign, and man, we're just burning them down. The ashtray, I'm on this couch, he's on that couch. Ashtrays on the floor, fucking laid back. We would get our snacks and everything. Do a 12-hour fucking session. Those are some of my fondest video game memories. All offline, just me and him and his, because he had the Xbox and I didn't have anything. and I would go and rent us a game every like Friday night or whatever, and we'd pound out the whole thing. And I sometimes I'd picked a good one, and sometimes I picked a real shitty fucking game, but we'd always like beat through the campaign. That's how I did all the Halo games. So when Halo 3 came out, I was so hyped. Like we had finished that fight like a year ago. It felt like
entertainment
started it.
It used to be so hit or miss, where like you'd go, like I remember in high school driving to Blockbuster or Hollywood Video or whatever and getting a movie, and then usually like you'd get at least 3 with the anticipation of like one of these is probably going to be terrible. Even if
there'd be a deal, like they'd be like $5 each, or like I don't know, 3 for $12 or something like that. It just and I'll get 3. We'd always get 3. And sometimes it'd just be a real stinker. I remember so many times getting home, but that was always fun to me. That was some of my favorite things to do, was getting to go to the movie store and pick out a new movie. Because there wasn't really a limit on how many we could get. Like sometimes we'd pile 5 or 6 up. And
I remember at one Blockbuster, I was probably 16, 17, and me and a couple friends were driving there, and my mom had told me like, oh, use my Blockbuster account or whatever. And I hadn't been to this movie place in a long while. And I got there and we picked stuff out, and I went up to the front to like check it out. And I gave the guy my mom's like number or whatever it was. And he was like, I apologize, but we can't rent you anything. And I was like, what? And he's like, this account you have, it looks like you have every Harry Potter. It was you have rented and kept like whatever, all the Harry Potters that had come out up until like 2006 or whatever it was. Jesus. And so then I had to be like, really? Okay, well then I would guess I would like to sign up for a Blockbuster account. And so I had to sign up for my own. And the next morning I was like, I have to return some videotapes. Just like, I don't want to get put on the banned list like my mom.
That was the big appeal of Netflix to me, was the no late fees thing, because we were so bad at returning the videos. We would always get these stupid late fees, and it was frustrating because you'd be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not coming back. But then a cool movie would come out, and you'd be like, God damn it. I owe $35 before I can get
you go in with like a fake mustache, like, hello, fellow cinema fans.
That was a huge part of the Blockbuster business model, like getting people to do late fees. I think they had like a time of day you had to return it by, which almost promoted you from being late. You have till 5 or something. So people couldn't return them after work and such. They lost a class action suit because their late fees were like intentional. Their business model was around it and cost them billions.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Makes sense. But when Netflix came out, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Sometimes a DVD would sit by I think I still have one. I think I still have one.
But it was whatever it was, like $15 a month, and you got 2 DVDs. Mm-hmm. So if you sat on those 2 DVDs, there were different levels. You could like choose how many. Yeah. So if you sat on those for a month, like you're suggesting, then that rental would cost you a ton. A movie rental was like $3. But if you keep it for 2 weeks, you've basically paid $7.50 for it. And what would happen is like one of the slots was mine and one of the slots was Jackie's. So the movie would come in. It was like an assignment. I had to watch it and get that thing turned around to maximize my money. And she, on the other hand, would like sit on it. It was like, honey, we paid $15 for that movie so far. You gotta send it back or watch it, like one of those, but you can't just keep doing this.
Do you find yourself like trying to coax her? You're like, honey, notebook night, right? And then a quick drive to Blockbuster afterward.
No, get dropped to the mailbox.
Drop it in the mailbox.
Yeah. I had the 3-disc plan in like 2011 or whatever it was, and that's how I watched The Office. I don't think all of it was out at the time, but
that's how I watched True Blood.
Me too. Yeah, that's how I watched True Blood as well. It was frustrating when you get to the end of that 3rd disc. You're like, shit, we got to get these back to the post office. I got to turn this around.
The mail takes a while. I don't know about where you are. Of course. For me, though, like you'd ask for it. It would take 3 days to get to you. You'd watch it right away. It'd take 3 days to get back before you could get your next one. And it's like, shit, I'm trying to watch a lot of movies and really make the most of this account. But the fact that mail is a week on either side of the movie.
I think I staggered them so that I'd get a disc every day with and I was watching the same thing. So it worked out pretty good. But it did mean that you're like, fuck, that's the last episode on this disc. And sometimes half an episode would be on a disc. I'm pretty sure that would happen.
Half an episode.
Yeah. Like they hadn't even gotten DVDs to the point where they could hold. It was like 2 episodes a disc or something like that. They were probably they were doing that on purpose. I bet they did that on purpose. They split them out more. So
I remember in like 2002 or so, 2003. Like I didn't really have any VHSs of my own. I had like one tape of like the NHL's best goalies on VHS, and then I had Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Ring on VHS. And so like I remember watching Fellowship of the Ring over and over and over because it was like so cool that like I had my own movie. Like I had my own like V8, like it was my movie. And it was like after a few times, it's like I should probably have more than one movie because I was just oscillating between that and watching Mike Richter make some awesome saves in 1994. But,
yeah, I was collecting DVDs pretty early, but then as soon as I realized they were going to change the format every 4 or 5 years, I realized that was stupid. I don't own that many discs now because they're going to change the format again in a couple years.
Yeah.
Like I've got some 4K.
Is that true?
I'm sure they will. I know. Okay. I think Apple's trying to make 5K a thing, and I think most of the TV and monitor builders are trying to make 8K a thing. I mean, how long will it be before they are?
Yeah, dude, I have like one physical movie, and it's LA Confidential that you sent me. Like, so 100% of my DVD collection is Kyle provided. Great movie, by the way. I enjoyed that one.
It's an amazing movie. I love that. I haven't seen it in a while. It's probably time for a rewatch. You need to get to Terminator 2. And because like I like that you started with Terminator 1, but it is the lesser of the Terminator.
And I will finish it.
Wait, you didn't finish Terminator 1?
No, I went to bed. All right, I'll finish it for real. I got to the part.
This is a man who watches hours of Simpsons a day.
I feel like a disappointed parent. Like I just learned that Taylor dropped out of school and didn't tell us all this time.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
where have you been staying during the day?
Dude, there's clips of me on this show like laughing along with like a joke about the Titanic. Like, haha, I know a couple scenes from that. I saw a good deal of that on TV.
Yeah. Titanic's a pretty good movie, I guess. I mean, I never went back to it after. I mean, it's been 20 years since I've seen it.
It was a technical marvel. That was the part that I enjoyed about it. They had just figured out how to render water like in CGI, and it looked like water. And by the way, I'm really particular about my water. It's almost like faces to me. Like I always spot unrealistic looking waves or.
I thought it was real.
No. And they used a rendering farm built on these DEC alphas using Linux, which was this like homemade computer I had in my basement at the time. And I'm like, they use computers just like mine to make Titanic.
I need to break into the industry.